Welcome to the Excel portion of problem 16 from chapter number 5. In this case, I'm going to show you once again how to use the binomial probability distribution within Excel. And a little different than the previous time, I'm going to show you how to use the cumulative function, not just the individual. So first of all, we need to calculate the mean, which is simply the sample size times the probability. The variance is calculated by taking the sample size of 3, multiplying it by the probability, multiplying that times 1 minus the probability, and we get 0.248. The standard deviation, as you are familiar with, is the square root. Variance, we get 0.498. The non-cumulative will just tell us the probability of 0, of 1 by itself, 2, and 3. And then I'll show you the cumulative. So this part will be similar to the previous Excel example, if you've watched the video on that. So in this case, I'm going to go by binomial distribution. The first numbers is, I'm going to actually click on this so it's easier. S is the number of successes, which would be 0 in this case. The number of trials is the sample size. The probability is the 0.909909. And do I want it to be cumulative? In this case, false. What I'm also going to do is, to save myself some time, I'm going to make this an absolute reference, this an absolute reference, and this an absolute reference. And I'm going to simply change it to true for the next column. And I've shown you how to create absolute references in previous examples. It'll save us time. And actually, this one is not an absolute reference, so I'm going to take that out, and I have to go hit F4 3 times to get rid of it, because I want the 0 to change to 1, to change to 2, to change to 3. So then I go OK. And I wind up with this number here. Again, I'm not going to bother formatting it to match the 0.0008, at least at this point. Then I can simply copy this down. All right. So in this case, I'm going to copy this formula over. But one of the things I need to do is, so it's going to be the same number. In this particular case, I'm going to select this again. So it's still A14, which is correct. But I want to change this to true, which will give me a cumulative. Oops, that's in the wrong cell. Sorry about that. As you can see, when there's only one value, it doesn't change. So it's like your first paycheck of the year is the same as the year-to-date pay. So let me correct my mistake. So I don't want B14, I actually want A14, so I'm going to modify that. And then I'm going to be able to copy this down. And there we have the same numbers as the book. I will format this so there's a few less decimal places. How far did they go? I think they went to here. All right. So in this case, I need to change this to be true. So, and then I will copy it down. I thought I had done that, but obviously I didn't. All right. So what that does is it adds them together. So in this particular case, what is the probability that all 3? So the answer for A, so looks like this. Probability X is equal to 3. this 7511. For B, probability that X is equal to 0.0008. I could click the cell. If I want C, in this particular case, they want to know the probability in C that at least 2, so that's 2 or more. So I'm going to do it a little bit differently than they showed you. So I'm going to go probability that X is greater than or equal to 2. And I'm going to show you how I'm going to do this. I'm going to take probability here, and we're going to start using this in the next section in Poisson. Binomial is finite, Poisson is infinite. And I'm going to subtract this number. Whoops, let me try that again. So I'm going to take this number, and subtract this, and I get the 0.7511, or I can simply total them up from, so this is 2 or more. So in this particular case, sorry, at least 2. So what I would do, I messed up, but I'm not going to redo the whole thing. I would add up this, my apologies, and this, and I get the 0.9767, or I can also just go 1 minus this. Sorry for the confusion, class. So I can, to summarize, I can add 2 and 3 together in the non-cumulative total, or I can go 1 minus the probability of, the cumulative probability of 1. And I'll get the same answer either way. Sorry if that was confusing. Now, to calculate the mean, we have already done that for part D, and we have also calculated the standard deviation. So this is the answer for D. I didn't do it in order, but you have to do them all anyways. And then the comparing of the results is that Burger King, all right. Oh, no, I was wrong. Wendy's has a better fill rate. And I think the answer key before said McDonald's. That should be Burger King. All right.